We've arrived at the MLB All-Star break, just a couple days away, home run derby on Monday, and the actual game itself on Tuesday. So, at about the midseason point here, I'm going to be giving you my midseason MLB Awards. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. Make sure you use code SENTRY17 on SeatGeek to grab yourself $20 off your first purchase of $50 or more. Anywhere there's a seat, go grab yourself a ticket. Concerts, sporting events like baseball, go watch baseball games. If you're trying to get to the All-Star game, there's probably tickets for that on SeatGeek. SENTRY17 grabs yourself $20 off your first purchase. So we're starting off here in the AL Rookie of the Year, and there's kind of a couple options. You got Wyatt Langford, you got a couple guys up there who are probably going to be there at the end of the year, like Heston Kjerstad of the Orioles, but I have his teammate Jordan Westburg is my pick right now for AL Rookie of the Year. Up to this point, he has played the best. Westburg's hitting 327 and 328 at-bats at 839 OPS. He's got 15 home runs, 50 RBIs, 6 bags. I believe he's in the All-Star game now as well. Westburg's been a menace this year. Wyatt Langford is actually the betting favorite to win the Rookie of the Year, but his stats just really still aren't there. A 730 OPS and 5 home runs thus far, and really no one else is really close enough and having a good enough season to contend. Guys like Rafael and guys like that are really toward the bottom. Luis Gil has fallen off a little bit, so he's probably not going to be there right now. Westburg has been the best rookie in the American League. Let's move ahead to the National League Rookie of the Year. Couple options. You got Skeens, you've got Jackson Merrill. Skeens at negative money right now is actually my pick, funny enough, to win the National League Rookie of the Year. His stats on Baseball Reference are not updated. He just went 7 innings, no hit ball today. 2.12 ERA was through his first 10 starts. Now he's made his 11th, and he's added 7 more innings of no-hit baseball. That no-hitter got broken up the next inning by their bullpen, of course, which stinks. I mean, he's only got 10 games started. By the end of the year, he's probably going to have 25-ish games started. It's still going to be enough. You think about when Spencer Strider was really towards kind of being in the race with Michael Harris for Rookie of the Year. Spencer Strider was not up the whole entire year. 20 starts that year. Skeens, again, at negative money to win the Rookie of the Year, and he wasn't even up to start the year. Merrill's actually been pretty good as of late, but his overall season numbers aren't quite there yet. 764 OPS is good, not great. 285 average is good. 12 homers, 46 RBIs, 10 bags as well. Jackson Merrill's a very solid ball player, and he's probably second right now, in my opinion. So this moves us ahead to the American League Cy Young. It's really kind of a 2-horse race in this one between Tarik Skubal and Corbin Burnes. Their stats are really quite similar. Burnes has 8 more innings over Skubal. Skubal's got .15 ERA on Burnes. Overall, after I took a really big look at it, I decided to go with Tarik Skubal as my AL Cy Young. Just look at the stats right now. He's 10-3 with a 2.37 ERA, 4.2 BWAR racked up so far, 110 innings pitched. He's got 132 strikeouts with a .9 whip. Corbin Burnes is not too shabby himself. He's got a 2.43 ERA, 3 WAR in 19 starts, so he's got one more start. That's the other thing, 118 innings pitched, but with one more start, so really got him kind of beat by 2 innings, I'd say. 110 strikeouts also, and then you got a 1.045 whip, so the whip's a little bit higher. Overall, Skubal's numbers are just kind of a little bit better in pretty much everything except for innings, which is pretty much the same. The NL Cy Young is where a lot of controversy starts to come in because you've got 2 guys in the same team who probably are the front runners right now, and a guy in the division who's sneaking up, but his innings just really aren't going to be there. We'll get into that. The long and the short of it is that Zach Wheeler is who I picked. Just happens to be the best in the National League right now. 2.70 ERA, which has kind of been climbing the last couple starts, but 126 strikeouts and 116 innings pitched. .994 whip, it's under 1, 19 starts. He's 10-4 on the year as well, 10-win pitcher. Wins don't mean really anything, but Ranger Suarez has definitely cooled down a little bit as of late. His season numbers are still phenomenal. He's got a 2.58 ERA and 18 starts. And he's got 108 innings under his belt, 106 strikeouts, so the strikeouts aren't quite as there. A 1.019 whip as well. And his ERA has been climbing. The last couple starts have not been very good. He's got 5 earned runs at least in his last 2 starts. And then if we go to the only other horse in the race, it's Reynaldo Lopez, who recently became qualified. If you know how that works, it's you have to have as many innings as your team has played in games. So over a 162 game season to be a qualified pitcher for ERA, like stats leaders, you have to have 162 innings, I should say. So the Braves have had 91 games this year. Reynaldo Lopez only has 89.2 innings. That's not qualified. His ERA is phenomenal. It's a 1.71, and the innings not being there makes sense. He's a recent reliever converted into starter, and he got kind of paid big money for a reliever, and it makes sense now because it converted him into a starter. But the innings really aren't there, and his strikeouts are good. Like, he's got about 9 strikeouts per 9, 1 per inning, 93 strikeouts on the year. 1.71 ERA is phenomenal, but just everything else is just the quantity's not quite there with Wheeler. Like, that's a considerable amount of innings. It's like 28 innings behind Wheeler. So Zach Wheeler takes home the cake. He's been the best pitcher in the National League this year. Now we get to the meat and the potatoes, as they like to say, the AL MVP. Another one where it's a 2-horse race. It's Aaron Judge or it's Gunnar Henderson. Juan Soto sneaking up a little bit. He was good at the beginning of the year. Cooled off a little bit, and cool off means his numbers are still ridiculous. I had to go with Aaron Judge because his numbers are video game numbers. Like, we have to look at them. A 307 average, a 1.096 OPS, a 202 OPS plus, 32 home runs, 83 RBIs, and his team has played 95 games, excuse me. His career OPS is almost at a 1 dot. That is ridiculous. He's already accumulated almost 6 WAR, 5.9 WAR. What Aaron Judge is doing is otherworldly. What Gunnar Henderson is doing is also otherworldly, just not quite to the level of Aaron Judge. Gunnar Henderson has a 975 OPS, 27 home runs, 61 RPIs. He's got 14 bags, which is 9 more than Judge does. He's got 6.3 WAR, so he actually has Judge beat in WAR. Gunnar's defensive ability is probably a little bit better than Judge, but they both play premium positions, center fielder and shortstop. Crazy. I probably wouldn't even argue with you either way. For me, it's probably Judge, but if you're going to argue that Gunnar's the MVP, I wouldn't even disagree with you, because playing a position like that, shortstop, is kind of crazy, having that kind of offensive production. And then the NL MVP, it kind of really is a runaway right now, kind of, a little bit. I mean, what Shohei Ohtani is doing right now is just kind of different than anyone else. The next closest guy would be Bryce Harper, but Ohtani's like 1 dotting right now. 5.3 WAR. He's got a 1.037 OPS, a 190 OPS plus. He's hitting 317. He's got 28 homers, 66 RBIs, 22 stolen bases. So yeah, he's a 2020 player already, almost a 30-20 player. Bryce Harper is doing is also great. 968 OPS. He's got 20 homers, a 299 average, 58 RBIs. Stolen bases are weirdly down. He's also playing a really good first base, but first base, he can't really accumulate WAR, so his WAR is at 3.6. He just came off the 10-day IL. He missed 10 days exactly. I think it was 9 games. So he's behind on that a little bit, so his counting stats are going to be a little bit behind, but it's really Shohei Ohtani right now and no one else in the National League. Let me know what you guys think about these awards so far through the midway point of the 2024 season right here at the All-Star break. Like and subscribe if you have not already. Make sure you check out all the extra content linked in the description, like a podcast and stuff like that. There's other ways of supporting down in the description as well. Hope you guys have a fantastic Friday, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.